Hi guys, welcome to Dash Chronicles. This is Jim. I've been having this YouTube channel for a while, posting my daily driving videos, but I thought, well, it's much interesting if I talk to you guys rather than just playing the radio. So hence I thought, okay, let's try talking to you guys. Well, yeah, I'll be putting on some good radio if that makes sense. Well, so my day, basically my videos are like driving videos. I drive to work daily, so I thought, why not just create some videos and show to people where I drive. So my channel is basically about the videos of driving, basically me driving around. I tend to upload 2 videos daily. I want to upload 1 video in the morning, my driving to work, and then 1 video driving from work. Yeah, that's so it'll be interesting to see how people drive, how I drive, how is the traffic like daily, and I've seen that if you look back to some of the videos, it's interesting that just to put on the video and just watch cars passing by and things like that. It's a bit of traffic today. Normally I don't get this much queue up here, and looks like the traffic is really bad in the highway. So yeah, it depends on the traffic. The video length might go a bit longer. Usually I get to work, it takes me anywhere between 30 minutes to 40 minutes. But if it is like a Friday or less traffic, then I'll probably reach in 20 minutes or somewhere around that time frame. So so if you like my videos, give me a thumbs up, subscribe, it helps, and there is a bell icon near that subscribe. So if you select that bell icon, then you'll get notifications when I upload videos, which is really good. And I like your honest comments about the videos. What do you like to see on my videos? It's not that I can only do videos like this, like driving videos, but I'm happy to do any videos that you like. I want to hear some feedback from you guys, if that's all right. So with the radio, I'll just give a bit of background about where I live and all that. So I live in Brisbane, on the north side of Brisbane, near North Lakes. So someone who might be familiar with seeing these videos might know this place. So, and I work near the city, towards the city, I should say, not near the city. And so basically daily commute from somewhere around North Lakes to somewhere near the city is what I do daily. Regarding my profession, I work 9-to-5 job. So I thought, I've got a bit of interest on making videos and things like that. So I thought, why not? I give it a try. Yeah, hence I started this video blogging. So yeah, so I'm on the highway now, motorway, Gateway Motorway. It's called the Gateway Motorway. Wow, look at that truck. A lot of logs on it. I have a suggestion. I don't know how this works, but you know, if we can ask big trucks, or if there is a rule or there is a policy like big trucks are, you know, only allowed on the motorway after the peak time, then I think the traffic will be much better. I don't know. I would like to hear your comments on that. You would think that I'm being you know, one-sided with that comment, but it's just a thought, guys. It's not that I want that policy to be implemented. It's not like that. It's just a thought. Or I don't know if anywhere in the world there is something like that, like, you know, trucks or big heavy vehicles are not allowed during the peak hours. Because I think from the road perspective, we've got 3 lanes here, which is pretty good. And you know, I've seen different countries or many countries where there are, you know, the infrastructure is not that great, where the roads are not wide enough or there are not enough lanes. But here on a weekday, it's get like a chock-a-block on the weekdays, but on the weekend it's like a you know, it's like a playground, like hardly any cars. So yeah, yeah, I think that'll work if the trucks are not allowed, say from I think the traffic starts to build up around 6:30ish. So say from 6:30 to 8:30 or 9:30, I don't know. Yeah, I think that'll help to reduce a bit of traffic. I like the moving traffic. See, even though there was a bit of problem or a congestion at the starting, but now, you know, it's eased up and it's a moving traffic. I love moving traffic. It's only when the traffic is like it's not moving, and then you know, you kind of get frustrated, things like that. So I told you I listen B105, so let's listen to some of the radio then.
Oh my god, I'm doing awful pass.
And name an item that makes noise.
A dog.
And name it fruit or vegetable.
Pass.
Name something you can find in the...
Okay, now just sit tight, Maddie. Are we going to accept dog as an item adjudicator, Siobhan?
No, a dog's not an
No?
item, it's an animal.
Oh, good.
Sorry, Maddie. Oh, harsh. Sorry, Maddie.
So good. Thank you.
Well, hang on, what did you want me to do instead? You got
No. But like, you normally play it regardless. Like, you could have done like a thanks for playing.
Maddie,
I was gonna say that.
would you like me to go through the ones you passed on, or we don't need to
Oh,
bother?
that's so good.
Yeah.
I
So
was
good.
terrible, but I tried.
Yeah,
Thank you so much for listening and
Thanks,
playing,
Mum.
Maddie. 10 grand, 7 and 8 again tomorrow. Get up to $1,000 on your trade-in. See Suzuki Queensland for the details.
So guys, that was Alpha Box. It's sort of a game that B105 plays here in Brisbane. So what's the game is all about is you have to answer 10 questions in 30 seconds. So, you know, 10 seconds, you get sorry, 10 questions in 30 seconds. So basically you get 3 seconds for each question and to answer that question. So in 3 seconds the person has to ask the question and the listener has to reply or give an answer to the question. So and the prize money is $10,000, 10,000 Australian dollars, that is. I thought it's a good game, but you know, if you get each question correct, you get I think it's $50. So you know, if you get 9 questions right, you get $450. But if you get all the 10 questions right, you get $10,000. So that's how it works. So yeah, it's an interesting game. So the type of questions, yeah, that's what I was coming to. The type of questions is basically they can ask any question, but you have to answer with the answer starting with a letter. So they'll select a letter first. For example, today it was D, D for dog. So the letter was D. So they start with letter D. The answer needs to start with letter D. And you know, it can be your favorite movie, your favorite food, and there is no limits to the questions. They can ask any questions pretty much. But one other rule is that you can't change your answer. So whatever the answer they are telling for the first time is the answer they accept. So you know, if they ask for a 4-letter word and you say, you know, sheep, and then you realized, oh no, sheep has got 5 letters, then you can't change the answer. So that's yeah, I thought it's an interesting game. Especially I think the trick is that you can answer each question in 3 seconds. I don't think that's a problem, but the problem is you're on the phone, and you know, the kind of if you can pass a question. So once you pass, then your mind start thinking, oh no, I'm not going to get the $10,000. Then you know, your mind goes there, and it's really hard to come back to the game. Yeah, so it's an interesting game. I was thinking of some other thing that we can do to some game sort of thing where we can play in YouTube. I've been thinking about that for a while, but I haven't got anything yet, but we'll find out. Okay, let's go back to the radio.
But I admire it, and I think it's good for people that are dating later in life. You're not wasting anyone's time, because if you're a guy that maybe you've had children and you're not interested, why waste their time when they've only got a couple of years left to have it? And she was like, he didn't freak out, he was okay with it, and now we'll see how the relationship goes. She's like, it's not putting a thing on the relationship, it's putting pressure on. If the relationship's going well, then we will have kids.
Yeah. How old is she?
She's 36.
And he's same age?
I think he's a bit younger. Yeah, he's a bit younger.
Right. Well, I mean, that is sort of a general, like when you start dating, that general conversation comes up where you're, I mean, obviously not the second date, but you'd be like, hey, do you see kids in your future?
Well,
that sort of
in
thing.
your 20s, probably not for ages, I don't think, because
Yeah,
you
I guess so.
can go out for 6 months. She goes out with this guy for 6 months, that takes like maybe a fair chunk of her time that she's got left.
She was saying she didn't want to waste the time, and she said, it's different these days, Abby. Online dating is like an exchange before you actually go on a date. She's like,
That's
you've
true.
already said your conditions, really.
That's
And she
true.
said, I'm just not in for wasting my time. And I was like, no, good for you. I changed my mind about that. Because I was just thinking, oh God, are you just going to go the next saying, hey, I want to have kids?
Oh, did she let him know that she's got 3 other guys on the go? Picking the genetically best one.
You thought I meant with you. I'm sorry.
I would like to know if you've done that on 13, 10, 60. When did you bring up that you want a baby? Or maybe you've had that as a guy. Someone's come to you straight away and said, just so you know, I want kids in the next 2 years, so if you're not interested, don't bother. And how'd you go about it? Because the only thing I guess with some guys saying yes, and then as it comes down to it, God,
They're gonna change their mind.
because there's guys that go dating apparently who've had vasectomies and they don't tell people.
Oh.
Well, they, yeah.
Like, that's what she said in the past. She was like, he said that he was okay with it, and then it came about where it's like, oh, by the way, I've had that.
But at what point as a man do you have to bring that up? Is it the same thing? Do you have to
Same
say
thing, I think.
straight away?
Yeah, same thing. Because there's a lot of guys that want babies as well. A lot of girls
I
might.
don't want to have kids
Yeah, or hey, I would like kids.
in the near future.
Yeah.
But what if it never comes up? So is it wrong if a guy never brings up the fact he's had a vasectomy and they're dating someone for 12 months and they're like, hey, what do you think about kids? And they go, oh, I've had a vasectomy.
Well, not if it's never come up.
Yeah.
There'd be a lot of things like that, wouldn't there? Debt.
Yeah. But I
Maybe some
imagine
marriage.
there would be women who would be upset by that. They would think that you should have fronted that stuff.
My friend gets awkward on dates, and there was a guy that was trying to have a conversation. He goes, oh, well, when I got divorced, I started running marathons. And she goes, cool, so how many marathons have you run? I'm like, you don't want to ask about the marriage? She's like, no.
I like how it's but that's the thing when you're on your like second or third, you know, like marriage or something, you've got to pick the important things, and rather than sit down and go, hey, here's what I got to tell you, they just get slid into all these like other corners of conversations.
So
don't they?
really got into bird watching when I got out of prison.
Yeah.
She followed up, and I thought she followed up and said, I've been doing running as well since I've got over cancer. And he's like, cool, well, we can go on a run sometimes. It's like, just nailed 2 serious conversations.
The marathon was because I was running away from her. 13, 10, 60. When do you bring up the baby? We'll get you on next.
See, that's an interesting discussion. See, when you date, they were talking about dating. So, when you date, do you think about kids, having kids later in the life, or is it more fun and games at that time? It's really interesting topic. You know, some people don't think about that when they date. You know, when you find a guy or a girl and you know, you hang out, and you at that point, I don't think they are thinking about a family. It's more fun and games. I think it depends on the age of the person as well, right? Like, you know, someone who is, say, 18, 19, sure, they're not thinking about family at that stage. It's more, you know, getting to know the person, kind to feel the vibes with each other and things like that. So, yeah, so I don't know if someone will be, you know, when you go for dating and someone will ask, oh, are you interested in kids, or how many kids are you planning to have, and things like that. Really awkward conversation, eh? Yeah. So I'm not sure if that's the right right way to approach a dating scene as such. Yeah, it's really interesting. So yeah, I would love to hear some to see some comments about that in the comment box. And regarding the comments, I like to reply back to all of your comments. So you know, if you have anything to say, anything about anything to talk about what I'm talking about, that's interesting. Any comments about my you know, my discussions or my talks, then definitely I think you should comment and share this video to people who may like it, who like to see some, you know, road trip or driving, see different cars. Yeah, it's interesting. I sometimes just watch videos of people just driving, so I don't know if, who else would be interested in something like that. So that's why I started this this video channel. So I thought it'd be interesting to see how many people have similar taste like me. Let's get back to the radio. They are taking some calls regarding that dating scene. Let's hear what they have to say.
And lots of conversation just started, and then we both decided that if we do have kids, we have kids. If we don't, then we don't, because it's obviously our age and everything. And before you knew it, our lovely little girl came along. So yeah, it just felt very natural, I think, and I think that was the big thing, is that it just all came together so naturally.
If you weren't at that age, do you think that you would have brought it up so early? Or that was just in your back of
Probably
your
when
mind?
you were younger. I think it was just that we were at an age where if we don't sort of do it in the next few years, we know that we'll probably just get on with our lives and not have kids. That definitely was a factor.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was so interesting. You're right. I think earlier on, maybe not, but also we just knew it was so natural and we were right for each other, so it just felt great.
That's good. Congratulations.
Yeah.
Anthony,
Yeah,
you brought up the baby.
yeah, absolutely.
Because there's a lot of guys that want kids, and I think everyone just presumes it's the girl. So how early have you brought it up with someone?
Oh, I do it before I even meet them. Like, if I'm on online dating, I just say, look, I've always wanted kids. I still want to have kids. I'm 43 now, and I'm getting to the point where I don't have that much. I don't want to be an old father.
Yeah.
So, I say straight away, are you looking to have kids? And if they say no, then I don't even worry about meeting them, because that's one of my main priorities.
Yeah,
And what about the people that have said yes? Because like you said, I reckon that would scare people off because it puts a lot of, pressure.
See, did you hear that call? It's interesting, right? So that guy is in his 40s, and definitely he would want to have kids. So they bring up that conversation. So that's what I was saying just before. If you are a bit older, then you would bring that up. But if you are younger and if you just started dating or probably new to the dating scene, then probably you won't bring up. Well, it was an interesting conversation. Anyway, I'm getting to my work now, so it was good talking to you guys. I would love to hear your comments. Comment if you like the video, give a thumbs up, and please don't forget to subscribe. So I'll talk to you later in another video. See ya.